Yeah, everyone ready for page number 21. Okay, long mandala. Yeah, page number 21. Singha Rinpoche on Tantra Rinpoche Ripo Pasanji Shin Doji Pa Mame Paye Lodo Kolo Rinpoche Nabu Rinpoche Tsumo Rinpoche Lembo Rinpoche Langbo Rinpoche Tajo Rinpoche Magbo Rinpoche Teche Paye Pumba Gema Dewama Luma Karama Medaba Dubama Nazama Tijama
Yamandava Rinpoche Dojala Namba Jawa Jans Azalada Mi Benja Busan Tsaba Mazawa Mep Sanshi Yude Deda Jinje Tsaba Dan Gyuraja Vande Lama Dhamma Namda Vade Lama Lasa Tuan Doje Chach Lasa Khada Jaba Nala Shingan Bewa Jiyo Dojen Dewa Dende Shize Shena Jata So Simje Tamja La To Zawa Chenpo Go Chenje La Du Tsu O Sashi Beji Jo Je Modo Ra
So, we are going to talk about Tantra, isn't it? Um, so many people don't know what is Tantra, and so they have a lot of their own idea of what Tantra is, and it's not going to help if everybody just assume or what they think and know what Tantra is, and then after that, then there's no meaningful practice and no meaningful result. Honestly, even in Tibet and even in India and Nepal, there can be many people, many monks, okay, and they studied many years of Buddhism. They know what Buddhism is. They study Buddhism. The thing is, studying and the application of Buddhism is a totally different thing. Similarly, when it comes to Tantra, Tantra is a subject not really to be studied, but rather a method or a science of incorporating what we learn first as Buddhist teaching, and then apply it practically into our daily life as a science, as a living science, as embodied by Guru Rinpoche. Okay, as embodied by Guru Rinpoche. And so, what are the classic methods of teaching Tantra? Many people do think or teaching Tantra is about immediately going into receiving initiation and doing the meditations and so on and so forth. There's no right or wrong, okay, but such methods generally don't give too much result. Given the karmic conditioning and the time we are all in these days, most of us are recipients of seeds and waiting for it to blossom, either by means of a guru's teaching and blessing, and by means of our own self-study and meditation. So I will try to go through certain points so that you do understand what Tantra is about. I'm going to touch them on points so that it's easy for you to understand also, so that there's no disappointment based on our own expectation, okay, and maybe we have a delusion or why things are supposed to be like this but turn out to be like that and this and that, okay. So I'm gonna touch on a certain point. So number one, we always have to check, right, when we study and practice Tantra, the most important thing, these 3 points is, okay, we always have to check the motivation, okay, and the ethics. What is our motivation today? And let's do it day by day. Don't jump straight to, I have a great great aspiration, and therefore I take the vow to become an engaging bodhisattva, and therefore what happens after that? What happens after that would be the whole idea about I want to have a great result in my practice. I want to become like Mother Teresa. I want to become like this. I want to become like that. This is the first step to your disappointment, because we are not yet even sure, why am I practicing? Okay, so we are not even sure yet, why am I practicing? Are you practicing for freedom of suffering, or am I practicing to find out my own answers? Searching for answers. Many people like this, I'm searching for answers. Searching for answer is like, is also, my guru taught me, say, searching for answer is like scratching your back with a back scratcher. You only want to find the answer you expect that it is right for you. Whether that answer is in reality really beneficial for you or not, okay, and really will lead you to enlightenment or not, okay, or even at least for the betterment of your next life or not, is questionable. So we have to really right now think about the motivation. Now I not just think, but I now have to generate this feeling that I want to become a cultivator whose aim is the result of enlightenment for the sake of all sentient beings. Just like the other Dr. Fiona just left, right? And so she said like that, most important is the end result. Most important is the end result. So today her end result is to reach the JFK airport, and then she'll be able to fly back to Singapore tonight, right? The most important is the end result, she said. Right? So most important is your end result, is to awaken, not to search for your own truth. Because reality, your own truth or the truth, it becomes rather samsaric. Why? Because in samsara, one dimension versus many dimension, and everybody is standing in different dimension, different background, different culture, different truth, different age, different experience will have different result. So therefore, when we can understand this, then really we should look into the mind that I want to become a Buddha. I want to awaken. That's it. You don't give yourself many choices. Oh, but I'm not yet there, so therefore I give myself reasons, or maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I'm this. We give ourselves too much reasons to not do anything. And even though we think that, oh, that's being skillful, that's being understanding of myself and understanding of the nature of our culture or our time, the truth is we are wasting our time. We are putting the effort to think of why this fail, or I'm like this because I'm like that because, or this thing because, that thing because, you see. It's like what I said the other day. Don't focus on the balance. Put your focus on just doing at the present moment every time. You see? So that is the way to go. So Ethan have some doubt on that. So she asked a question. So what was the question?
Not to achieve balance, because I was saying that Rinpoche's partner is a practitioner, but most of us, the partner, that even though they're practicing, cultivating here, but their partners are not practitioners. So definitely they have to have a balance to spend time on their partner. Yeah.
And so, what was my answer to you?
Your answer is not how in Chinese is called 不要讨好. You need to please the other partner.
Don't focus on pleasing the other partner. And what else?
Just blending with them, not special.
Now, what is the Chinese word I gave you?
共存吉祥.
No? No? You got the answer, and then after that you forgot all about it. No? So you better spend the night thinking about it, or tonight you don't need to sleep. Right? Little bit stuffy, right? Please open the window. Open the door. Let the cold air come in. Then you will appreciate your bure. Did you on the heater? Is the heater on? Huh? I think you can switch it off. Yeah. Truth is, I studied Dharma in the past, zero heater, isn't it? Monastery, where got heater? No heater. Okay? So like that. Anyway, if you have a heater and everything too comfortable, what's the next thing is going to happen? Okay? Okay, so we have to begin every day with the motivation. We need to realign ourselves with the motivation. This is very important. We need to realign ourselves. Okay? Now, if we don't realign ourselves, every other thing would arise to become a reason of why I don't need to. When we realign ourselves, like for example, every day, what time what time, by what time I eat my breakfast, by what time I do puja, by what time I do this, by what time I do that, and definitely then there is a discipline, there is a momentum, and there's a discipline. Then everything becomes easier because it's a science. I will come to that later. Okay, so we need to begin with motivation and ethics. The next point is ethics. What is ethical for all sentient beings? Not what is ethical for you, and not what is ethical for them. You understand? Now, when we talk about ethics, what is the most important thing that caused all the problem in the world? Anybody try to answer? Righteousness and selfish, yeah. Selfish, righteousness. Most problem come from righteousness. Because of ego, you come righteousness, and come righteousness. What's the next thing that come with it? You start to be contemptuous of other people. Yours is not the path of liberation. Yours is low. Mine is high. Mine is Vajrayana Dharma. You are Theravada. Oh, you are not Buddhist. You are this, you are that. They start to segregate everything. All this nonsense is exactly what Buddha don't want us to be. Buddha said, most important is to not have contempt for others. Then you will start to have compassion. Love and compassion are what all sentient beings are looking for. Even though it may seem that we are all looking for happiness, the reality is nobody has an idea what happiness is. Right? Don't tell me you know what happiness is. Right? You don't know what happiness is. You sometimes this is happiness, sometimes that is happiness. On a cold freezing night like this, a bowl of hot soup is happiness, but on a hot sunny day, you eat this one, you say it's suffering. So from this we already know this is called conditional happiness, and so therefore we don't know what happiness is. But something that we all appreciate, okay, is somebody's listening ear, somebody's compassion, somebody's love, somebody's non-judgment, right? Because who doesn't screw up and who doesn't make mistakes? Everybody does. But nobody wants to admit it. Nobody wants to admit it, okay? So I feel this is something that when it comes to ethics, this is the foundational ethics for everybody. Okay? Because they will say that too cold now. Okay. So it will become a situation where no, I'm good, I observe this, they are doing this, they are doing nonsense, and I'm better, and this and that, This is something really ridiculous. Okay, when we say Dharma practitioner, what is Dharma practitioner? Means according to the words of my guru and according to my own experience is other people can feel safe with you. Okay? They feel safe with you. They don't feel that you will abuse them, you will not cherish them, you will not this. No, the main thing is that there is this mutual respect without feeling that someone is higher and you are being condemned. So when we understand this point, this ethics point, 德行, okay, it's not to always condemn other people. They are stupid. You're this, you're that, and you're not good enough, or we are better. All these things is the root cause of further suffering for yourself and for others. Okay, so next one is we talk about bodhicitta. Bodhicitta is a concept where not easy for anybody to grasp, because it's a concept for many people, and actuality it should become part of your personality, where we all have this thing called righteousness. Righteousness can be grown from ego. Okay, can come from ego. So how does Vajrayana's style of teaching transform righteousness and ego? Is by the spirit of heroism. Because you have heroism, and so therefore you want to save other beings, you want to lead other beings to a safe place called enlightenment, you want to bring other people to a safe place called samadhi and peace, inner serenity. Right? Even though it will start small, doesn't matter. Seed also very small. Once it sprout, it will take time to grow and it will become bigger and become stronger. So therefore, understanding what bodhicitta is in reverse psychology, really it means, because we all have ego, and you cannot tame that ego, you transform that ego. Because you have righteousness, you cannot tame that righteousness, you transform that righteousness to become, okay, now I want to lead all beings to enlightenment. And I take on this responsibility. From this, how does this responsibility show? It show in I lead all sentient beings to that state of enlightenment when we do the daily prayer. That means responsibility. That means as a bodhisattva, we don't do shit and we don't talk shit. Okay, we can joke and this and that, but we don't go around to say, criticize other people and say other people this and that, and we don't need to, because we start to understand from our vantage point that every being have their own karmic conditioning to purify, to clear whatever we don't know, but let them slowly. This is important. It means responsibility. It means from here it is telling us to cultivate Buddha's teaching from our heart. We need to grow responsibility and integrity. Do you understand how to say integrity to Chinese? Are you sure? 诚信? Very close. Maybe you can check. Air of the bone, 骨气. Okay, so responsibility, personal responsibility, and not running away from responsibility. When the moment sentient beings want to request you something, you take on that responsibility. Oh, I got requested, and therefore, right, without any good reason, I shouldn't reject. I shouldn't reject. I think and I feel and I try. Even if it's little bit, still better than complete no. Okay? So this intention is one thing, but what is it really teaching us? In the engagement point of engaging bodhicitta is about, please remember, it's about integrity and responsibility. Right? Next one is, we have to really go into the point to realize one thing. Like we should become a director of our life. What do you mean by director of our life? Most of us are like actors and actresses in the movie called Samsara. When we take on this refuge and renunciation and bodhicitta, we agree to take on this position called a director of life. Then we take 2 steps back, not just 1 step, 2 steps back to see how I was living my life, how other people are responding to me. Whatever happens is because people are responding to me. So therefore, I am responsible for whatever is happening to me. It's got nothing to do with everybody else. Right? If the tree flowers and got lots of nice sweet fruits, then the tree would definitely attract lots of small animals to go and eat the fruits and maybe eat the flowers and have other animals to go and sit on the branches and to hide and so on and so forth, isn't it? So feel safe. Now turn it the other way around. If the tree also have flowers and fruits but it's a poisonous tree, and then the poisonous tree is complaining to the other trees, these animals and everything only go to that tree. Why don't come to me? Why don't come to me? I also tree. He also tree. Why not come to me? You understand? So when you can see, when you make yourself to become the director of life, you start to take responsibility. We start to think, oh, this thing happened actually because I was like that. So if I want anything to change, I cannot just change the staff, change the people, change everything, which is the easy way or what other people are doing. Change the staff, change the condition, change the people, this and that. Then what happens? Okay? When you take on to become the director of life, you start to think, we start to reflect. What can I do to make myself better for others? Because in your Bodhisattva vows, your Bodhicitta vows, I want to lead all beings to enlightenment, right? If I'm such a fierce person, or I'm such a scary person, or I'm such a person where nobody feels safe with me, then I cannot lead anybody, I cannot even trust myself. So how is the best way to train to make other people trust yourself is when you promise to pray for other people, you do. Is you promise to do something. Our best way to accumulate merit is whatever we promise our Guru, take our vows and prayers before the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Whatever we promise, we must do. And itself, this is a training. And this is the integrity. Whatever we say, we do. Whatever we promise, we do. Whatever prayers we tell ourselves that we do every day, we do. Not, after a while I give up. After a while, this is difficult, I don't want to do. Okay, everybody tells me, this is very difficult, that is very difficult. My response is, what is not difficult? Even I ask you to lie on bed every day, it's also difficult. After 7 days of lying in bed, okay, your whole body will have ache and pain. Maybe you start to have bed sores, right? Ask you to eat the same food that you like every day, also you say difficult, right? Everything you like, after a while, it will become difficult. So that's why it's not about pleasing people, but it's about being with people. When people when people are fretting, people are, in a sense, misbehaving, it's because you're not giving people the feeling that they are safe. Okay? So why the Buddha's hand is like that? Okay, the Buddhas, many Buddhas are like that, Lama Tsundi's hand is also like that. It's because we say fearless mudra, but the fearless mudra really means you can be safe with me. I'm here. Not just for you, I'm here with you. So have no fear, for I'm here, like that. Okay? Also telling you to, actually this another mudra, there's a meaning, it's also telling you, say, stop your fear. Okay, stop your fear. Stop letting yourself to live your life led by fear. Right? Like, we all know, we all have the habit, oh, I do this because I'm scared. If I don't do this, then you'll become like that. If I don't do this, then you'll become like that. Right? Many of us are led by fear. Not just led by fear, we live by fear. And so therefore, really difficult. Okay? So, make the decision and cultivate in the way that you can allow whatever that is happening to become the fertilizer of life. And it will make us to become a better director of life. First, the better director of our own life, and then the next is the better director of the life of ourselves or others. Okay? Next is the union of wisdom and compassion. Okay? Everything we have to put in the effort of compassion first. Everything that you do, whatever you see, you train to see the good of all things. That is called compassion for self and others. Even though the whole thing can be bad, whole thing can be harmful, okay, but you still train yourself to see the compassionate aspect of the other person. Maybe because that person is responding or reacting like that, is because that person is living his life or her life in fear. So that person will react like that, think like that, act like that, talk like that, because there's a lot of fear. And so, by applying that, that is also called cultivation of wisdom. Without compassion for yourself and others, you cannot have wisdom at all. You cannot digest wisdom, okay, without merit. So many people, they say, oh, I study Buddhism, I do this, I do that, then I'm already very meritorious. But the thing is that where does merit come from? Even offer candle, you can have you can have light, you can accumulate merit. Really? Okay, just offering candle can accumulate merit? Your sky of merit based on just one candle? Okay, so why am I talking about this is because many people say, oh, they are not putting themselves onto the path of enlightenment, but we pray and do business with Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. I buy flowers and fruits and light candles already. So please, therefore, these are my requests, and please fulfill. I got a lot of problem. Please remove all my problem for me. Then I want to say, it's better for you to use that money. Don't need to buy flowers. Don't need to buy fruits. Just go buy vacuum cleaner and vacuum up all those stuff. Okay? What is merit? Merit means the same thing. The candle is willing to be lit up. When you offer a candle, we think, oh, candle means offering light. Offering a candle is not offering light. Offering a candle means offering resources or support of merit for the light. So I can offer 100,000 candles, 100,000 butter lamps. I didn't like them. But it's for people to light. When people are down and out, when people cannot afford, when people are sad, they light the candles. And lighting the candle gives people hope. Lighting the candle with a proper prayer, printed, and let people can pick it up and read and offer the light. Teach them to open their hearts. Will let them experience how the great lamas and the great gurus, how they offer light. It's not just an act of lighting a light and put it there, as though the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas need your candle flame. You see? But what is the motivation? What is the thinking? What is the thought? And then after that you light the light, and then you generate that feeling for yourself and for all sentient beings. Then that is called accumulation of merit, because you start to include everybody with your prayer. Because normal people are selfish, right? So we only think about ourselves and our problems. But when you do the same activity of lighting the candles, offering the light, okay, many people say, oh, we must be like the candle, because it's like a self-sacrifice. Then other people can have the light. The truth is, the candle didn't think about self-sacrifice, but the candle suddenly feels that, oh, I'm being used. This is my value. This is what I'm made for. This is what I'm made for. This is my value. So again, why am I talking the word value? Is because for practitioners, many of us start to look at the price of things rather than the value of things. This maybe easy thing would be this rice, this 10-pound packet of rice costs $10. The other 10-pound packet of rice costs $20. Definitely I buy the 10-pound the $10 packet of rice. Right? Because it's still rice and it becomes shit anyway. Okay? And then when you bring it home and then you cook, then you realize, oh. Okay? What am I talking about? The value here is when we can understand that this thing is worth its weight, okay, in value. It's not just about efficiency. When $10 per packet is very efficient. But $20 per packet is not about efficient. It becomes enjoyment, dignity, okay, and being able to share whatever you have, okay, with others. Something nice. Even if it's a nice, let's say a nice plate of basmati rice. Or small things like maybe small things like batteries, right? Some people like to buy good quality batteries. Some people like to buy cheap batteries, right? Because to them battery is battery, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But what may happen is that the batteries won't last long. Okay? Or we start to buy cheap stuff because we feel that it's cheap. And cheap stuff, after a while, they spoil. Right? And then after a while, you buy again. And then you buy again. After 3 times, you realize you buy one good one, outlasts 3 cheap ones. Okay? But this is something that, honestly, I feel it takes time for people to be able to understand that. Okay? So when it comes to wisdom and compassion, we really need to have merit too. And merit comes from the heart of enlightenment, the spirit of enlightenment. That means earlier on I said the bodhicitta, right? I renounce the attachment of myself to myself. I generate this because I still have this personality, and I transform my personality to become a heroic personality. Then that heroic personality is about leading all beings to enlightenment. And when I lead all beings to enlightenment, every single thing that I am still doing, whether I'm taking a shower, okay, whether I'm washing my clothes, I'm changing my clothes, every single thing becomes a Dharma practice. Every single thing becomes a Dharma practice. You start to look and find, oh, I am bathing, I'm taking shower, take good care, grooming so that I can be able to be well and able to look dignified, okay, for all sentient beings. For all sentient beings, when I look dignified, then they will start to think, oh, they are Dharma practitioner, oh, very good, very this, very this. Slowly, their mind change. Okay? Many people think Dharma practitioner need to look like beggars. Okay? If we really look at the situation, right? Buddha begged for food, isn't it? Lord Buddha begged for food, right? But I want to ask you, if Buddha begged for food, and so many other beings always make offerings of gold and silver and jewels and parasols and this and that, the Buddha accept them. He still accepted them. Did he use them? No. But other people would use it on them, but personally he never used. Did Lord Buddha look haggard and torn? No. He looked majestic and dignified. Okay? So it's not about needing to appear poor, needing to appear sad and haggard and gone through lots of pain in life. We need to transform that. Okay, we need to transform that. Okay, so I'm going to introduce now the view of reality. So what is reality? See, so what is Tantra? Tantra has got many parts. First thing is reality. What is the reality? The reality is you are a future Buddha. Okay? So the difference is, in all other forms of religion, you are low, you are sin, you are wrong, you are bad, you are this and that, and everything that only God, only the high ones are the great ones. I am low, I am everything being pressed down. Okay? This is something that is really special, because in Vajrayana, in Buddhism, you are future Buddha. What does this mean? It means you are not what you are karmically from your past life. You are what you are today because of your conditions of your previous life. That's why you're born to your current family, and from that, your choices, your education, your experience, your emotions and everything cause you to become who and what you are today. But if you make a decision to steer the direction of your life, everything else can work. Okay, it's a matter of choice. A choice of view, a choice of responsibility, a choice to become dignified rather than I'm powerless. Oh, this is the situation it is, this is karma, so therefore it is like that, or we cannot control karma, or we cannot this, we cannot that, or we are always cannot. But when you say I'm future Buddha, everything you can. First, we start to think, oh yes, can, everything can. Why? Because everything starts to become malleable, moldable, okay, and everything you can create is about recreation and not surrender, and it's not surrender and always in pain. Okay, I have no choice, that's why like that, I'm in pain, oh they are like this because of like that, they are like that because of like this, oh this thing happened to me because of this and that. Why? Okay, we have to ask ourselves why. Many times, many things happen, right, is because we cannot run away from the responsibility. We like to blame other people. Reality is we also responsible. Okay, so the most important thing right now is we need to learn how to start to do well. Okay? Okay, so when you can see that you can do well, what does it really mean? That means every single time of your life is not permanent. Because it is not permanent, bad can never be bad forever. Good can never be good forever, because good can become better, then better they can become best. Okay? So in this way, emptiness, okay, it also means interdependence. You understand that everything that is happening, including your personality and your viewpoint and other people's personality and other people's viewpoint, is also interdependence. Like for example, this hall, right? Every time I come, something happens, right? Something happens, and it's okay. Something happens, right? I just say, okay, we switch this, we switch here, switch there, but we never switch the building. Did you see that? We didn't switch the building, but we switch everything within the building. What does it really mean? It means you don't need to die. You need to transform yourself. Don't blame, because my family is like that and this and that, I'm this and that. But really, transform yourself. Only by allowing yourself to transform yourself, then you can start to feel inner peace, inner goodness, inner enjoyment, right? Like now, isn't it? I changed the lighting, I changed this and that, we paint the walls and stuff like that, move things around and everything, and it can be done. It really means taking responsibility for inner transformation. Then you start to feel you start to enjoy your space. And this space in your spiritual practice is called meditation. In your meditation, when you are meditating, you sit down, you are enjoying your inner space. It's boundless. Okay? It's not restricted to country or time or place or this and so on and so forth. You may even be in a cave, you can be up in the mountains. When you meditate, it's boundless. Okay? It's boundless. So remember that. Okay? So when it becomes boundless, okay, for example, somebody asked me, I'm here, how can I become boundless? Okay? So my honest answer and experience is this. Please remember, are you breathing now? Is the air that you are breathing in and out the same air that is up in the sky? Right? Is it the same wind that blows the clouds? Right? So, you are actually in oneness with the sky. It is boundless. Don't think that, I'm down here, I cannot fly, I'm this and that, So if you want to fly, then become geese, become the goose, become, those flying animals. That doesn't make sense. Right? Fly means your mind can fly not just, it can fly out of not just this body and this place, but your mind, like this house, like this building, can open the windows and doors and change the air. You see? Change the air. Accept the wind of change. Accept the winds up there to come into your house. Don't keep on suffocate yourself in a small room and a small everything. Don't open the door, don't open the windows and everything. Close the curtains and stuff like that. It can be beautiful weather, breezy skies, but if you keep confine yourself locked up, no change, no benefit. Okay? What is Tantra? All these things are part and parcel of Tantra. Recognizing yourself here and there, you are here, but you're breathing the same air as up there. You understand? My building is here, but I can interchange. I cannot change, like for example, before I die, right? I cannot change my body. Maybe these days people can change sex and they can go and do things to their face, change their face, right? But that's a different case. It is their choice, right? But for normal, all of us, we have to do the internal changes. Okay? Then, pure perception, okay, is three things. Okay? Seeing all beings as Buddhas. Okay? See all beings as Buddhas. Or emanation of Buddhas. Okay? All sound as mantra. Okay? All sounds are mantra. Okay? And all thoughts are wisdom. Mind is wisdom. Okay? You try to first understand this point. You may not be able to achieve it immediately, but those who have received initiation, those who have studied, those who have practiced, then you know body is deity, speech is mantra, mind is wisdom. Okay, so you don't start to talk a lot of nonsense, but really your speech becomes Vajra speech. When you speak, people listen. Why do people listen? Because they don't feel threatened by you. They don't feel condemned by you. They don't feel you are judging them. Okay? This is the foundation of speech of loving kindness, which is the foundation of Vajra speech. Okay? Though, imagine you come and pray to the Buddhas, the Gurus and everything, and then the Gurus first thing, and the Buddhas, they open their mouth, they condemn you, and then they say you are no good, you're not worth it, and this and that, you're wasting my time, why am I here to come accept your low quality offerings? It's funny, right? It is a bigotry and they're narcissists. Isn't it? Right? So, what does it, how to practice is to understand how I expect Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in my mind to be, that I have to become that. You understand? How I expect Kuan Yin to be, that I become Kuan Yin. How I expect Guru Rinpoche to be, I become that aspect of Guru Rinpoche. Okay? With wisdom, with merit, with compassion, with kindness, with love, with support, with presence, with power, right? Then I become that. And that is the most meaningful way to see yourself and see others. And you know how to manifest yourself for others. Because it will give others hope, it will give others a direction where they feel not just safe, but they start to feel that they are being hurt, and they start to feel that they are being respected, and they start to feel different. Because all sentient beings are not stupid. Sentient beings are not stupid, right? Those who talk a lot, how to generate compassion for them, because you may feel that they are very irritating. You generate compassion for them, saying, because they feel very empty inside. They feel other people didn't hear them. They feel other people were contemptuous of them. They feel other people look down on them, so they keep on trying to talk and to prove themselves, prove, right? Now you understand, by means of merit, compassion, wisdom, then these are what we can do. This is how we can do, how we can practice. Okay? So this pure perception is very important, right? So the point of emptiness is the most important, because interdependence, that means things can actually change and we can actually change. We can change, and we can change, and we can adjust our perception and have a sacred outlook in life. That life itself is sacred. Because there is life, there is hope. Because there is hope, there is love. There is love, there is closeness. There's closeness, then there is benefit for self and others. Okay? Bodhicitta or not, slowly, let time do the manifesting. Let time manifest all things by itself. Okay? Now, many people also ask me, what's so special about Tantra? What's so special about Tantra? Now this is something that is very important. In Theravada or China, Vivian asked me, say, Theravada monks or nuns or Chinese monks or nuns and everything, even the Taoist people, they don't talk openly like that. Everything very quiet, everything very subdued and this and that. Okay? And so it's called wrapping everything up, prevent everything from leaking. So you don't see, you pack everything in the closet, sweep under the carpet, and everything appear good. And then so everybody appear good, so therefore that is the best way to have peace and harmony. Okay? They choose that. It's their choice. They choose that. The purpose of Tantra is to find a guru that will expose your faults to yourself. You don't want to show your faults to other people, it's okay. But you must not even cover up our own faults to ourselves. Okay, so the purpose of Guru is to expose our own fault to ourselves so that we know where we can start. Where we can start. And that's where Guru devotion comes, because your Guru shows you what and where we can improve. We should also then ask advice from the Guru how we can improve and what we can do to improve. Rather than, you can close the door outside. Close that door outside. Rather than, or somebody just say something, you should be like this, you should be like that, and then after that, but I don't know how to be. Right? We definitely receive a lot of this from our parents and school teachers, you should do this, you should do that, but how to do? Do you know? Do they know? Do they know? They say, bad-tempered parent will tell the bad-tempered child, no, you should not become like, you should be very calm, you should be this, you should be that, but the child will say, I learn from you. Do you know? Okay, so you need to ask your Guru how to, not just I accept what you say, but I must also ask how to. This is very important. Okay? So Tantra is a method that transforms, that use the energy of whatever we have. Like for example, just now I said, we have ego. We can never destroy ego. Okay? Many people say, destroy the ego. Honestly, I tell you, if you destroy ego, you're as good as dead. Because when you destroy your ego, okay, you have total zero self-esteem. Now, ego, when we understand ego, we start to think that ego is all bad and this and that. But we should transform that kind of feeling of who I am, this and that, to become good, to become a healthy self-esteem and a healthy manifestation like good confidence. You understand? But many people don't show the good confidence and healthy self-esteem, but they just say, listen to me, I'm the boss. Versus boss transforming the boss attitude to become the leader. Oh, you don't know? Never mind, come, I show you. Let's do together. I teach you, I show you, do together. Versus boss is ego, high, strong ego. But high, strong ego transform to become good self-esteem and confidence. This is very important. Okay? This is the beginning of practical application of emptiness into our daily life and into our Dharma practice. And this will transform our personality. Okay, so it does not mean that a person who is very proud or bad-tempered and this and that, is a totally bad person. No. A proud, bad-tempered, egoistic person, is because he took so long to learn whatever skill he have, and so therefore that has become his, unfortunately, that has become his only identity to feel deserving. But if we start to practice, then we say, okay, let's transform that. Transform to become even better. So it cannot say that, oh, last time because I'm like that, so therefore now it's like that, so next time, future also like that. This cannot work. No benefit for all sentient beings. Okay? So transform the ego to becomes healthy self-confidence, healthy self-esteem. Then we can transform the boss mentality become leader mentality. Because in the Bodhisattva vow and your everyday our bodhicitta prayer, it says, may I lead all beings to enlightenment. Did not say, may I boss all beings to enlightenment. Isn't it? He said, may I lead all beings to enlightenment, not say, may I boss all beings to, may I tell all beings to become enlightened. I sit behind, and when you're enlightened, come bring me, huh? You understand? So this is very important, right? But so many of us are so used to every day we just do the recitation, pala, 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 then no feeling. But all these, especially the foundational prayers, they are actually, honestly, those beginning prayers, they're actually points of meditation. When you do the prayer, you make the time every day. This time you recite one line and you close and you feel with your heart that prayer. Okay, you feel that prayer, that line. Oh, say, to my Guru, Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, I go for refuge. Then you feel, Guru, Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, I go for refuge. Right? And with this, I generate the heart of enlightenment, okay, to lead all beings, okay, to the state of awakening. Like that. And slowly I feel. I have that feeling. It's more important than the chanting. The feeling is more important. Okay? So, we must remember, Tantra transform rather than reject samsara experience. Everything is a transformation. For example, drinking alcohol. When you drink alcohol, many people start to chase alcohol, and then after that they get drunk. So then they say, okay, I take the vow, I will not touch even a drop of alcohol again in my life. Actually, this is very good. There's nothing wrong. But for ordinary people, it's impossible because in social life, in working life, and this and that, people want to drink, right? So, okay, you transform the experience. Say, oh, now I drink little bit Bodu because I'm beginning to experience, hey, this thing called a feeling of fuzzy feeling, a feeling that, is a little bit getting high, and is that, then you study that feeling. Study that feeling and say, okay, then this, stop. Because, or maybe it's good for you to get drunk, dead drunk 3 times in your life, Get drunk until you don't know how you went home type, right? Then after that, you actually wouldn't want to drink anymore. So somebody asked me, can I drink? Yeah, sure, drink to get drunk, and you vomit, and then you feel really sick and unwell. Then you will know what is called why you don't need this. You don't need this. Okay, you don't need this. Okay, but if you by means of compassion, you keep on nagging people, don't do this, it's not good, and this and that, But by means of merit and wisdom, you tell them, say, good experience to have. Go drink. Get drunk. Vomit. Then there is the method of wisdom, isn't it? You don't need to nag. When they start to feel it, they know why they don't need it. Like that. Okay, so it's about transforming everything. Okay, and whatever experience you have, you can choose to do giving and taking meditation. Okay, Malay word terima kasih. What does it mean? Really? Huh? What does terima kasih mean? Malay word terima kasih. Okay. It really means I accept you and I give you the best. It's actually Tonglen practice, Whatever you give me, I accept. And I give you the merit. I give you the blessing. I give you the gratitude. I give you the grace. And this comes from Buddhist influence into Indonesian empire. Right? Of course, now it just become thank you. Terima kasih. Right? I think this one better when Rinpoche comes. Rinpoche just went to Jambi, okay? And then they were talking a lot about the Buddhist influence in Indonesian Sri Vijayan Empire. Yeah, and so for those of us from Singapore, we are so near to there. We should go pilgrimage to Indonesia. Right? So, what is the goal of the tantric practice? It is actually transforming the self, transforming the environment, that everything can be blissful and happy, and everything is interdependent. Okay? Remember, why practice Buddhism if it brings more suffering for you? Why practice anything to bring more suffering and bring more pain? Okay? So the whole purpose, you see, did Guru Rinpoche look like, does Guru Rinpoche look like his in? Come practice Buddhism. Okay? Right? So like that, the Lord Shakyamuni Buddha and all the great Bodhisattvas today look like they're in deep pain. No. Okay? It is the bliss. They look dignified. They look all dignified and blissful. And they have the confidence that they are holding the view of emptiness and acting the manifestations of emptiness with confidence and experience. Right? Right? So, know that and become that. Don't just, I'm just here to listen to the Dharma, then we see how, then I'm light some candles, burn some incense, ring some bell, and hope for the best. I don't know what you're hoping for by burning some candle, ring some bell, hope for the best. That's not the way it is. The way it is to become, right? To become light. And when you become light, the candle, the candle becomes light. When the candle becomes light, the candle can actually spread the light without diminishing its own light while it is still alive. While it's, the oil or the wax is still there. And then, if let's say this whole Minoa has let's say this whole city has a electrical trip, you know the amount of safe feeling, the feeling of safety if just one candle flame. When the whole place is in pitch darkness and in cold, one candle flame, everybody start to come towards the candle flame, Right? Of course, these days we don't feel like, so much about offering light. Because we feel that there's enough light. The truth is, you can actually offer all the electric lights, Like for example, if you don't want to offer the candle lights, you can offer, another way. Somebody asked me, how can I accumulate merit without burning candles? Somebody did ask me that before, without burning butter lamp. I said, you offer money to the donation box or to the committee saying that you want to offer the electricity that runs everything. In these days, even this also use electricity. Light also electricity. Everything electricity. The heater also electricity, isn't it? Water boiler also electricity. And gas and so on and so forth. So these are the ways that you can transform. You understand the nature of phenomena rather than attached to the manifested form of phenomenal offerings. 100,000 butter lamps. Why not offer 100,000 light bulbs to those who need it? This is really another way of looking at it, Somebody asked me, what is the best offering to offer to the monastery? I said, I did just that. What did you offer to the monastery? I built a big toilet, I actually built a big toilet in Sierra Monastery. Very, very big toilet for public to use, public and the monks and nuns to use, because that's the best. You have to handle the sanitation. Not how you're going to handle the sanitation, how you're going to handle the sewage, how you're going to handle all these things. So, doing something that is relieve all beings of their suffering. Isn't it? Right? So, what is the manifested benefit for all sentient beings is relieve all beings from their suffering. All beings, when they're in pain, when you gotta go, you gotta go. Isn't it? Right? So, my offering was nothing glorious like up in the main hall and this and that. My offering toilet. And really, I was very happy to be able to offer the toilet, to build the toilet for them. Right? And don't need to put my name that I built the toilet and this and that and stuff like that. Even it's for what? Like many people want to build this, build that, and they put their names, this and that, Right? So, if you understand where I'm coming from, then that's good enough. Okay? So, the goal is the purpose is that you can live your life with the inseparability of bliss and emptiness. That means, things may be difficult for you now, but because of emptiness and interdependence, you can change it better. And when you can change it better, you're always blissful. And you're always blissful, always becoming more experienced, more confident, and more accepting, more loving, and everything will start the new cycle will start to roll. Okay, so this is important for you and me to understand. Yeah. So later on, then there comes the other forms of tantra. the 4 classes of Tantra, or the 9 yanas, the 9 levels of Tantra according to the Nyingma system and this and that. But it doesn't matter. We don't need to go through all those things yet. Okay? Most important is you must meditate. Meditate to first enjoy your own space, your own peace. And then when you meditate, then you realize mandala offering is a meditation. After all that space, that beautifulness, it says, may all beings enjoy this pure land. So you will still smile when you still smile when people come and sing and dance, when refugees come, people who fight and everything, people shit on your grassland, and then wild animals come, and then the vultures come and eat the dead beings and this and that. So then may all beings enjoy this pure land, right? Right? Wow, Mount Meru, 4 great lands, 8 the 8 subcontinents, and the 8 lakes of fresh water, wildflowers blooming everywhere. Wow, so nice, right? Yeah, but that's only for you in your imagination to enjoy. But the reality comes when the line says, before the Om Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamniya Tayami, it says, may all beings enjoy this pure land. Om Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamniya Tayami. What does it mean? It means the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, the Gurus, accept all beings as they are. The purpose of having a pure land is for all beings to come and enjoy it, isn't it? Not say, you're not good enough for me, get out. Right? Anything that is pure, anything that is nice, anything that is beautiful attracts all the people who are still suffering from not being pure and not being nice and not beautiful. Why? Because if they are pure, they are nice and beautiful, they don't need all these things. You must remember that. Anybody who is in search of peace, in search of hope, in search of beautiful things, in search of this and that, they are suffering inside. And accept them and love and lead them as they are. You don't need to teach all beings. You just need to lead all beings. Because nobody wants to be taught. Nobody wants to be told what to do. And that's a fact. Isn't it? Nobody wants to be told what to do. And this is just the nature of how people are. Okay? So this is my short introduction to Tantra. Okay? Where it is the inner transformation of your body, speech and mind, your lifestyle, the way you think, the way you want to accept responsibility and to become a director of life, rather than a victim of circumstances. Most of us have already accepted, most of us has already accepted the part where, I'm the victim of circumstances. I am like that because my father was like that, my grandfather was like that, my ancestors did this and that, and so on and so forth. Okay? So, just such is nature of the current time. When you choose to be the victim of circumstances, continuously choose to be, okay? Victim of circumstances naturally have one thing, okay? For them to feel good, what they are going for is this. They are going for proving to the whole world that they are good enough. And therefore, the number one thing that they want to be is to be very efficient. I can do this, I can do that, I know this, I know that, I know how to do this, or I learned this and that. Everything is about proving to other people, and everything is about, being very efficient. Or I can do, everything I can do. Okay? Everything you can do, then what's next? Because those who can do everything will also feel tired and also feel, nobody appreciate me, nobody is grateful to me, nobody this. Again, it becomes a victim of circumstances. But if you want to be a director of life, you start to say that, okay, I choose to do this, I'm happy to do this. Okay? I'm happy to do this. Who wants to go and dig the ground? Right? The farmer who is not happy to be a farmer, he always grumble. But the person who wants to experiment, who is a hobby and this and that, who say, oh, he's happy to do this. So this is how we should train and transform our mind. Okay? Any questions?
Can you explain about karmic connections? Because if you're supposed to help all sentient beings, do we need karmic connections in order to do that?
Auspicious karmic connection definitely helps. That's why Lama Subramanian also said, when we do a lot of animal liberation, all these animals in future you will lead them to enlightenment. They will become your disciples, they will become your friends, they will become your everything. I give you an example would be this. Somebody is a butcher. Okay? This person is a butcher family. And this monk always go buy all the animals from him and do animal liberation. And always buy whatever the price he sell, he buy. Until the butcher introduced his family to the monk and asked the monk to become the teacher of the wife and the children. Okay? And become a great sponsor and supporter to the monk. This is also karmic connection. Doing animal liberation, not just the animals, but also to the human level, interpersonal. And this is a true story. You know who? Huh? Uncle Wong is one of them. The other one very famous, the Shing Xiong boss. Okay? Yeah. So, the boss is the one who introduced this Venerable Drachom to the wife. Because Venerable Drachom keep on buying all the animals that were about to be killed. So, auspicious conditions start from this. Your motivation, your power, your thought, your will, it will manifest. Okay? It will manifest. Like that. Like for example, I give you a good example would be many years ago. Venerable Ani Chodron always needed plastic things, and always she went to Toyogo to buy plastic containers, this and that. And she asked, she every time she would pray for the owners of Toyogo, She pray, oh, I need the plastic. Then also she pray and pray and pray. This was a fact. It happened 10 over years ago. She don't even know who the owner of the Toyogo people were. Zero. She don't know. But how it ripened, how it happened is because she got the heart. Suddenly she felt that, oh, they're selling the things that really ordinary people need to use. So, she's thinking that, they are very kind and everything. And this, so even the person who sell, even pray for them also, they will have an auspicious connection. So good karmic connection always come from there. Okay? Yeah. I remember I went with her one time to the old Toyogo. Because we were on the way to somewhere, then she went to buy. I remember was a small Lorong 8 and one small factory space. Yeah. At the time, Ani children went back to temple, and then I saw her lighting lamps and everything. She was reciting prayers and all that. Yeah, so very good. Okay, so things are like that. It may not manifest immediately, but the power of intention, the power of motivation, the power of thought, deed, and action, beings will feel it. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions? Divine pride definitely will have good self-esteem and good confidence. But good self-esteem and good confidence does not equate to divine pride, because good self-esteem and good confidence may not be somebody who has the merit to, and may not be somebody who is Buddhist, may not be somebody who have a guru, may not have somebody who have received initiation, may not be somebody who have 8 freedom and 10 endowments, may not be somebody who have received refuge and bodhisattva vows, may not be somebody who have received the tantric vows. So just by seeing all these points that what you have now, and you apply what is being taught, you have all the perfect conditions to become a great bodhisattva. And as a bodhisattva who is cultivating right now, even though it may be baby steps as a deity yoga, right? But if you do and slowly with time and patience and confidence, okay, and good faith, then it will become divine pride with self-confidence and a good self-esteem. Yeah. Good questions. Yeah. Anything else? Okay. If not, thank you for coming. Yeah. Let's offer a short mandala offering. Omahong, omahong, omahong. This ground anointed with perfume, bestrewn with flowers, with Mount Meru in the middle, the 4 great lands, okay, with the palace of the gods, alright, on top, where all the enjoyments of humans, gods, and demigods. With vast rolling hills, wildflowers growing everywhere, 8 subcontinents, 8 great lakes of fresh water, cool breeze, bright clear skies. I visualize as a Buddha feel and offer to you. May all sentient beings enjoy this pure land. Om idam guru ratna mandala ganeyadaya. Okay, may the precious Bodhi mind not yet born arise and grow. May that born have no decline but increase
forevermore. Everyone, please join me in reciting a special request for Rinpoche. Dear kind and precious Guru, to some you are like a Buddha, to others you are a Buddha for disciples. You are kinder than a Buddha beyond all concepts and labels. As Buddha Vajradhara, you are Dharmakaya. You patiently and tirelessly shepherd us towards enlightenment, fulfilling your vow to teach those who would not be able to find a guru. You make every effort to fulfill every instruction of your gurus. As Shakyamuni Buddha, your deeds are themselves a teaching. We can be difficult disciples, thick-skulled and stubborn, blinded by ignorance and wrong views. You tame us and transform our lives to one of meaning. As Guru Rinpoche, you subdue us and remove all obstacles, outer, inner, and secret. We are afflicted by the 84,000 illnesses, unable to diagnose or rid ourselves of these. You teach us, tend to us, and help us to heal. As Medicine Buddha, you are a supreme doctor. We are consumed with the sense of self, constantly grasping to satisfy our wants and needs. With skillful means, you grow relative and ultimate bodhicitta in our minds. As Arya Avalokiteshvara, you embody wisdom and compassion. Although our minds may turn briefly to Dharma, laziness and hesitation continually hinders us. Your tirelessness and urgency to benefit all beings rouses us to action. As Arya Tara, you move like lightning to benefit all beings. With these heartfelt and sincere words, we express our gratitude, admiration, and love, a recognition of the divine in our Guru. Please bless us that we too be able to connect all with divine hearts like you. On this auspicious day, marking Shakyamuni Buddha's descent from heaven, we pray, kind and precious Guru, for your long, strong, and healthy life, and may all your aims be fulfilled. May we all strive on the Bodhisattva's path, take your teachings as life instructions to be implemented and grow to be inseparable from you. May we work with you tirelessly, life after life, to benefit all beings. In all his works, may our Guru always have auspicious conditions and supported constantly by Brahma, Indra, Mahakala, the four guardians of the world, and all other protectors. May all be auspicious. Om Swasti. Like the countless light rays that radiate from the ruby mountain, exquisite Amitayus, Lord of everlasting life, who captivates and one does not tire of seeing, whose essence is of infinite life, the nectar of immortality. Please instantly grant our Guru the city of stable and everlasting life. You are intelligent and skillful in upholding the traditions of Buddha, spreading the holy Dharma through explanations and practices. In order to lead disciples onto the path to liberation, you are the one who is an unequal guide. Please live a long and stable life. I request respectfully my precious and holy Guru to enjoy excellent health. I request respectfully my precious and holy Guru to live a long life. I request respectfully my precious and holy Guru that your Dharma activities spread and flourish far and wide. I request respectfully my precious and holy Guru to bless me to be never separated from you. In all my future rebirths, may I never be separated from my perfect Guru. May I enjoy the magnificent Dharma, and by completing the qualities of the stages and path, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. Guru Vajramuni Sasana Vimukti Soha. Om 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 Guru Vajramuni Sasana Vimukti Soha.
Okay. Ayo, enough already. Ayo. Mumble, pray. After I get more and more job. Okay, please sit down. Whatever you pray for me, your prayer for long life for me, this and that, right? All of you enjoy long life together with me. All of you enjoying excellent health, excellent conditions, right? And it's your choice. May all of you realize that you are actually empowered, to make your life good and better. Just like, Jia Rong here, he didn't believe he could study. He didn't believe he could do well. But I believed in him because I saw what was good in him even when he couldn't see the good in himself. Right? And then he graduated and he's doing very well. Right? So in this way, even if he didn't believe in himself, right? I believe in you. Okay? So whatever you pray for me, you will get 1,000-fold back onto yourself. 1,000-fold, million-fold. Right? So this very auspicious for you to pray. Today is also Buddha Descent from Heaven Day. Right? And that's why, it's unbelievably great blessing that we treasure and we treasure this opportunity where, Buddha actually showed he didn't forsake us. He went to heaven to teach, even though everything was much better than here, he still came down to be with us. He was true leader who loved and cherished us. Okay? So may you all become like that also. Thank you so much. Okay. Good night. Enjoy well. Eat well. Sleep well. Okay. And enjoy your life happily. Enjoy your life happily. Okay. Then you actually have a meaningful life, and meaningful conditions is your choice, and you are empowered to enjoy it. Thank you.